Desmond Deck and the Aces, those guys really took it a long way to Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah, Jimmy Cliff,
they took it a far away.
Yeah.
That's when Bob Marley come and take it up. It wasn't that much of a struggle for him to take it where he take it to the heights where it's at now.
Because somebody else had laid
the groundwork for them,
But that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because, it wasn't nothing that just started just like that.
Right, yeah. I'm glad you said that because sometimes young people think, well, whether it's reggae or hip-hop or go-go, they think it just started.
No,
it just started. It was a session.
Yeah, long.
This music comes from Africa. The influence of reggae comes directly from Africa through America because we got the records from America before we started getting records from Africa. But the influence was here. The black people in America felt the same vibes that we felt. And we started doing reggae of some of the older Sam Cooks or some of the older records, all the older hit records that black Americans used to put on, even white Americans too.
Yeah.
Some of the old time,
Yeah, a lot of white singers like Tom Jones. It was crazy about people.
You take it and put that reggae funk.
Yeah,
reggae on tape,
Because I've heard a lot of records, on reggae shows on the radio. I said, well, I know this song, And I said, they done funked it up a little.
Yes,
mix it up. Yeah. So once it's a hit, they play it over and do it in reggae.
Now, one of my favorite, of course, is Bob Marley. But another one of my favorite is Still Pulse, Burning Spear, Third World, people like that.
Yeah, there was some major groups,
Black Sheep,
I
like them a lot. Yeah, so they,
they're taking it
but
on.
Third World's from England?
No, Third World, they are Jamaicans.
Oh, they're Jamaicans.
But, they live up, in foreign countries, so.
Oh, okay.
They mostly look like foreigners,
Oh, but they sound Jamaican.
Yeah, they is Jamaican,
They tour a lot. They just tour a lot. They still live in Jamaica. They just tour a lot. They're out of the country at least half of the year at a time.
Oh, okay. So that's good for them.
Yeah.
What are some of your plans things that you want to do right now with Newborn?
With Newborn, I'm planning to do this tour right now.
Okay.
Just tour and get it up there. And people want to see the artist, wants to CDs
to promote the CD.
Promotion. So I'm trying to do right now. Take things one step at a time, and we're still doing new products to start producing new stuff right now too.
Let's talk about the business of music, if you will. Not just limited to reggae music, but the business of music, period. And you're telling me how difficult it is sometimes to really get a good deal and a good record company that backs you.
Yes, it's very hard to get a good deal. Because sometimes it's who know you. It's not who you know, it's who know you. And just to get a foot through certain doors, you have to know somebody who knows you back. Right? As somebody else who knows somebody that you can break through the barrier. The barrier of just meeting somebody or having somebody listen to what you want to do. That's a hard step. Another way is to have the product so good that they see a commercial value in it and they jump on it.
Right away.
Right away.
Is that what happened in Bob's case?
Bob was definitely a commercial figure. From the way he changed his image by growing his dreadlocks and everything, and he was a different person to look at.
He became marketable.
Yeah, it was different.
Bob became very big in America.
It was different,
and in Europe too, I'm sure.
Yeah, worldwide he was a massive power.
And that was one part of it. But then again, Bob was half white. Bob could relate to the white people. He could relate to the black people through the same message. But his message was strong.
Bob had a lot of strong messages in his music as well, though. Because we think about songs like Redemption Song. And,
Half-breed. He could speak the white man language through reggae. While other artists just see one side of it, and it's like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
His record sells across to our nation. Bob had that power. He was more like a prophet, though. God sent him here for a reason, though. That's what I believe.
Well, when I read Bob's book, Catch Fire.
Catch a Fire.
Yeah, it's something really is a very interesting novel.
It was deeper than just a singer.
It was deep, yeah.
It was very deep.
Like a prophet.
Oh yeah,
things that he talked about, his music. One of my favorites is, of course, Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah,
that, like Rasta.
That's the truth, But the one song that really hit me was Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
When he was in Africa and he prophesied about what's going to happen and, all this Mandela freedom and stuff, there's something he was looking for a long time.
But there was always this sense of consciousness all the time. Because I remember seeing, you know, the tape of Bob's concert, great big massive pictures of Marcus Garvey, you know, people like that.
And Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie, people like that. We don't get that. We don't get that in that way in Black American music. Well, I'm not saying we certainly do have
Well,
music
we got
that's
Malcolm
conscious.
X now, you know. Now they start project Malcolm X, you know. So I guess after a while you're gonna see more black figures going, you know, music like that.
More culture.
You know.
More culturally oriented.
You need to move.
But the beauty of reggae music that traditionally that I've always loved is that reggae music always has a positive message. Always a positive message there. And I don't care who the artist is, when I think about, you know, some of the older reggae artists, traditional, you get that positive message. Now we got the new breed with Shabba Ryan and people like that.
I think the reason for that positive message because I mean, you know, if you think about all the suffering and struggling that, you know, black people as a nation had to come through, you know, and I mean our black inheritance and culture, we always have that to the point that, you know, the spiritual, you know, like when we have problems and trouble and stuff like that, we go back to the spiritual roots and the message. It's like, you know, music bringing God into you, really, you know.
I want you to hold that point right there. We have to take a break. We're going to be right back. It's Danny Queen, Color Me Poetry. Be right back.